Hi everybody, this is an exciting day because we're going to make Judy's Hainan chicken and it's delicious. Hainan chicken, for those of you who don't know, it's a very famous recipe that's very common in Singapore. I'm not going to lie. It's a project, but if you're organized, we're going to show you how actually to make it somewhat easier, okay? Three main components in Hainan chicken. It's the chicken, which is poached to perfection. There's the sauces and the rice. So there's three different sauces in Hainan chicken. It's the sweet dark soy sauce, the ginger garlic sauce, and the chili sauce. And here's how you eat it actually, right? So you get the rice after the chicken is cooked and cooled slightly, so it's warm. You cut the chicken, you put that on top, and then you mix and match the sauces. You put a little bit of, for me, I would put a little bit of ginger garlic sauce, put a little bit of chili sauce, and then sweet dark soy sauce. And it's kind of up to you. You could eat it with the chicken, you can mix a little bit with the rice, but you'll know when you get it all in front of you, and then you're gonna try each sauce and try the chicken, and then you're just going to develop your own taste on what you want to go with what. All right, so the high-level steps of this is that we're going to poach the chicken, let it cool, give it an ice bath, and then we're going to cook the rice, make the sauces, and then assemble the dish, okay? So all these steps sort of go in, we're going to try to overlap. Like, for example, while we're letting the water boil and the chicken is poaching, we can work on the sauces and work on the ingredients for the rice. And then when the chicken is sort of cooling after it's done, we can cook the rice, the sauces will be done, and then we're going to be ready to cut the chicken and assemble everything together. So that's the way it's going to go. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've got, we call for 2 scallions in here, but these are giant scallions, so this is probably okay. A little less scallion is not going to matter, but what I'm doing here is I'm smashing it so that they'll release the aromatics. Probably this is enough. Okay, so we're going to put this here, and we've got the ginger. It's 4 or 5 slices of ginger, and also we want to sort of smash these open so they release the flavor. 4 or 5 pieces, it's fine. Set this over here together. We're just going to pour all this in the water. Okay, and that's for the chicken. We're going to portion out the ingredients for the ginger garlic sauce, which requires, and we're going to use our trusty scale here. It's roughly a 4-inch piece of ginger, roughly 48 grams. So these kitchen scales are invaluable. They're definitely your friends. So how about if we use one of these big ones? 44, a little bit extra because we're going to take the skin off. That should be fine. Okay, that's enough ginger. And then for the ginger garlic, we basically need 1 clove of garlic, which is about 5 grams. So that's about 6, that's fine. All right, so let's tackle this. And what I do is I crush this little piece of garlic first. So now I'm gonna sort of put this into there. And the ginger garlic, so there's a lot of people peel this with a spoon. What I do is I break this up into little nubs. I'll tackle the first nub first, and then I just kind of peel it with the knife. That's the way I do it, but you know, you do whatever is good for you. People say this wastes a little bit, but you know, it's not that bad if you're good with it. And like I said, you could use a peeler.
I prefer the spoon.
Or the spoon, you could use a spoon. Yeah, basically with a spoon, you're going to scrape the skin off, right? So I'm going to put that aside. That's 1 piece. You could use a small knife too, but you know, I've just learned how to use this cleaver for everything. And it's ready. Now these ginger bits, actually, you could use these ginger bits into in your soup, or for Judy, I think I'm going to just set her aside and she's going to soak her feet with them. Okay, so that's the ginger garlic. And for the chili garlic, we need a 3-piece 1/2-inch piece of ginger, which is about 36 grams.
That's pretty good.
There you go. 36. Let's weigh for the ginger garlic because we needed 48. Oh, and look at that. We cut off a lot, so 46, close enough for the ginger garlic sauce. Okay, very good. Okay, all my ginger is weighed out for the ginger garlic sauce and chili, and now we're just going to do a quick weight on there. It's 6 Holland chilies we're calling for, which is approximately 125 grams. We got 124 approximately. So 6 chili, and we're going to cut those. Cut the ends off first. So we've got these cut, and deseeding or not deseeding is up to you. If you don't deseed, they're going to be a little bit spicier. If you deseed them, they're going to be less spicy because the food process is going to chop everything up. So I think what we're going to do is just cut these in half so they're a little bit more manageable and just process them the way they are. So that's the ingredients for the chili sauce. And then for the rice, we just basically need some garlic. So now let's get to the garlic. I'm just going to peel all this garlic. I cut off the ends, smash them to loosen the skins, and then I just peel them like that. There's all kinds of ways that people peel garlic, but I'm kind of old school. This is the way we're going to do it. We already have 1 clove that we set aside for the ginger garlic sauce. For the chili sauce, we need 3 cloves. So, and then for the rice, we need 4 cloves. So we need 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. Well, that's kind of a big one, so I'm going to do that and call this 3. So that's 3 for the chili sauce. And then this is 4 for the rice. Oh, for the rice, this garlic needs to be minced, so I'm just gonna, this is good. Okay, that's good. And that is for the rice. All right, we already portioned out our rock sugar, which is 3 tablespoons or about 36 grams. So remember, your kitchen scale is your friend. If you want to do that, you can just easily measure out 36 grams of rock salt or rock sugar. All right. Okay, so this is the fresh chicken that we bought from the Chinese supermarket. Something really important about that is that those are heritage chickens and they're minimally processed. So the taste of your Hainan chicken is going to be greatly improved if you use these chickens. In fact, in Singapore and in Asia, you don't use any chickens other than these kind of heritage chickens. You get these chickens from the Chinese supermarket. Usually they are Buddhist style and they have the head on them and the feet. In this case, the feet were cut off. They're slow-growing chickens, meaning they're left to grow for a longer period of time, more so than the mass-market chickens that are typically grown 40 days or whatever the number is. But you know, this chicken you can even tell, right? So this chicken is a little bit more leaner. The meat just tastes so much better than, let's say, the mass-market chickens that you get at the supermarket. They're just different breeds, and this is something that I've learned over the years. I thought, oh, well, I'll just get a nice organic or natural chicken. Different breeds, and we do talk about this in our poached chicken recipe. Anita over at Bobo Chicken, who educated us on this. So now what we're going to do is clean the chicken. We have to clean the inside of the chicken and see if we can get some fat for the rice. Okay, off to the sink. So get a little water going on here, and what I'm going to first do is I'm going to take this out. This is like a long, other organs. It's not a pretty thing to do, but you know, somebody's got to do it. So either the butcher's got to do it or you do it, but the butcher's taking most of it out. Make sure you scrape it up into the cavity. And so that's basically it. So it's cleaned out. And now we just open this. I don't want to splash too much, but we're doing this in the sink, folks. So, you know, you're going to clean this up later with disinfectant or what have you. So we don't want people to freak out about this. We've been doing this for a lot of years. My mother, my grandmother before me, and now I'm doing it today. And Sarah and Kaitlin are going to be doing it as we go along. Just got to be careful. Okay, so we want to cut a little bit of fat for the that we're going to render down for the rice. So there's a little bit of fat here. I'm going to cut it down. A lot of times in these chickens, you get a big giant clump of fat. In this case, we got better value. There's less fat. But I'm going to put that aside here. And you know what? That's really not enough fat. So what I'm going to do is cut this flap off. This little skin flap off that's just kind of flapping over here. And we're going to use that. And that should be good. Now what I'm going to do is, and this step, for me, Judy explained it to me, it's going to make the skin better, but we put about a tablespoon of salt and rub the chicken. For me, this is an optional step, but you know, I'm going to follow her recipe. So I'm going to put a half tablespoon on one side, rub it. It says the skin is better, and I believe it because this one needs it. It's kind of rough on the back here. I think maybe that's what's happening. Okay, so I got that. And then remember, the sink is clean, and I'm going to clean everything after this. So please, readers, don't freak out.
Everybody's very sensitive about chicken.
Yeah, but if you know what you do in the kitchen, you're okay, just like your grandmother used to do. Okay, so now I'm going to let this drip dry. It's pretty dry. And I'm going to put it on the plate and it's ready to put in the water for poaching. All right, these are the aromatics. We cut the pieces of ginger and the 2 scallions. So we're going to throw this into the water, get that pot boiling. Okay, our water is boiling. So now we're going to lower this chicken. And just like in our post for the poached chicken, you're going to take it by the head here, and you're going to lower the chicken in there. Make sure all the air is out. Okay. And then now you can lift the chicken out again. Look at that beautiful color of the chicken. So you're not going to get that color with a chicken, a mass market chicken. All right, let me poke it down and make sure there's no air in it. I'm pretty sure there's no air in it now. There's just very few bubbles, but yeah, it's good to double check it.
Now we're ready to cook our chicken. A note on this. Over the years, we've come up with various methods to get perfect silky poached chicken for various sizes of chickens and applications. But we're working on making all of our methods consistent for your ease and ours. After all, it's been a decade of cooking chicken. So here's what you do. Bring the water to a boil again. When it is just starting to boil again, turn the heat down. Keep it barely a simmer. Usually this is low or medium-low heat, depending on the strength of your stove. There should be very little movement in the water, but it also shouldn't be completely still. Cover the pot and keep the heat around the lowest settings so the liquid continues to simmer slowly. Cook for about 30 to 35 minutes, roughly 10 to 11 minutes per pound. Depending on the size of your chicken, it may take more or less time to cook it through. If you have a chicken that's larger than 3.5 pounds, it will take more like 40 to 50 minutes to cook. You can check to make sure the water is bubbling slowly and gently and not boiling too vigorously. But try to avoid uncovering the pot to take too many peeks while you're cooking the chicken.
Okay, so I'm going to make the ginger garlic sauce first, and we've got the food processor out here. Pour everything in. Turn that on. So we're supposed to do this until a paste forms. So now it's stopped. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to scrape it. Okay. I'm going to scrape this into a bowl. And it's not quite a paste, but it's close. And we're going to have to cook this separately, so we're going to do this. Because we've got to grind the chili garlic sauce next. Okay. Put that in. Grind the chilies until finely chopped. Scrape down the food processor once, at least once. So this is finely chopped. The other one was a paste, this one's a chopped. I don't get it. Here we go, the whole lime. Here we go. Ooh, juicy. This is a nice lime. All right. 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of sugar, half teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon rice vinegar.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, we got our oil in there, and now we got to cook the garlic ginger into a sauce. Add a pinch of salt. So this is just to take an edge off of these aromatics.
Gently fry the ginger and garlic until it's aromatic and just lightly caramelized. You want it to be just cooked so that it no longer has that spicy raw flavor, but you don't want it to cook for too long, as you actually want to form a bit of an emulsion with the sauce, and if you cook it for too long, we found that it could have a tendency to separate.
All right, so we're gonna make the sweet dark soy sauce. Put the 1/3 cup of water and the rock sugar in there. We're gonna melt it. You see the little rocks are melting right now. So, and then after that, we're gonna add this dark soy sauce. Just gotta let it cook right now. Let it melt. And then, okay, we're gonna pour the dark soy in here. It's nice and thick, you can see.
After you've added the dark soy sauce, let it bubble and thicken slightly until it coats a spoon, and then transfer it to a sauce dish.
All right, we're gonna make the rice. Now, we have not as much chicken fat as I like it to, but you gotta put a little bit of oil to start. Every time you render fat, you need a little bit of oil to start.
Cook for 1 to 2 minutes or until you have about 1 tablespoon of rendered fat. You don't have to be overly precious about this step, just make sure that the fat gets crispy and it looks like most of the oil is extracted.
All right, I'm gonna take this out. Take the rendered fat out. And in goes the garlic. And the rice. Okay. Toast the rice. So I think we gotta toast the rice for about a minute. It's gonna be good. You want to do this on a low heat. You want to burn the rice. Okay, we're going to transfer this toasted rice to the bowl, to the rice cooker. Hot, that is. It's kind of caramelized and sticky. Okay. All right. Okay, so we had 3 U.S. cups of rice, which is actually 4 rice cooker cups because they're 3/4 of a cup, those rice cooker cups. So we're actually going to fill it up to that 4 line with some stock from this chicken. So I'm just going to ladle it until we get it up to the 4 line. Oh, careful not to get the onion in there, or scallion, but although that wouldn't be horrible. I just did it. Okay, getting close. That's about it right there. Okay, here we go. This is the beauty of it. Just hit the button. Let's get this chicken out. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. Liquid drip out. And we're gonna give it a good solid poke here. That looks like it's done. Okay, so we're gonna put it into the ice bath now. The most meaty part here, let's see how the juice runs. That juice is pretty clear.
It looks like it might be a tiny bit pink. Thank you.
A little pink. Let me try this side here. Yes, it's a little bit pink. So we're gonna leave it back in. It's gonna be kind of heavy. There we go. Want to make sure that I get the ice water around here. Oh, good. Okay, let's bring this over to the sink and the counter. Okay, I'm going to turn it over again so we get even cooling. Actually, I could do, or you could do this too. Okay, very good. It's actually nice to get this breast down so we can stop the breast meat from cooking faster. Yeah, I don't want it to be stone cold. You just, purpose of this is actually mostly for the skin, so the skin has a snappy texture. Rice is done. Ooh. Oh, smells good. Let's see. Oh yeah. There's just enough, a little bit of oil on the rice. This is good. I'll tell you right now, without even trying it. Lovely. All right, let me go cut the chicken. Delicate, delicate. Okay.
To cut the chicken, a cleaver or heavy-duty chef's knife is the ideal tool for the job, as most knives are too delicate to cut through chicken bones. For a more detailed tutorial on how to cut a whole chicken Chinese style, check out our Cantonese Poached Chicken video.
Ooh, it's nice. Put this chicken, half of the chicken over here. Chicken is done perfectly. Okay. Okay. Cut this open. Okay. So we're gonna make a little bit of breast meat. Okay, that looks good. It's cooked real, it's nice.
And the traditional way to serve your Hainan chicken is with the 3 sauces and a little bowl of the chicken stock that the chicken cooked in. To make it taste even better, add a pinch of salt and a couple pinches of chopped scallions.
I get to eat, but it's still not to like that.
Okay. Wow. Intense flavor. I need a chopstick. Sorry. Piece of chicken. Oh, let me get a meaty piece.
The breast looks perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very Shanghai move right there.
I know. Go
so
straight
shy.
for the soy sauce. And then Cantonese. How about that? Little ginger. Wow, the chicken is so good. Oh, I could have used more ginger for that bite.
Was it a job well done?
Job well done. Wow. Great job. Okay, let me get more ginger.
I don't know if the Singaporeans would approve of the way you're using it. Like eating it like a Shanghainese person.
Can't help it.
Mom's light as a
Mama's
feather.
doing-
Mom's like, I ain't working, I got the day off.
You should have.
I wish you would just leave it to me.
She's like,
Give me that thing! Over here. 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon sesame oil. I already memorized it. Okay, that's it. Get
You think so?
the spatula out.